Here's something about me, I love Harvest Moon, specifically A Wonderful Life on the GameCube. Sadly, Harvest Moon made the move to being mostly a series of handheld games, which is fine, but I can't play handheld games for long periods of time. And I know that sounds baffling since my top 10 games of the year for the past couple of years have had lots of 3DS games in, but I digress. When I heard that there was a Harvest Moon-like game coming to the PC, I was excited, and this game was a long time in development, but it's finally here. So far I've put 15 hours into this game and I still only feel like I've scratched the surface. So yes, Stardew Valley is deep. How deep that ocean goes, I don't know, but I get excited thinking about it. I think the best way to describe Stardew is if Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, Terraria and Minecraft had a four-way, this would be the result of that. So none of Stardew's mechanics are particularly new, but it combines the best parts of certain games and mixes them into a massively satisfying whole, so it feels fresh. There's a basic story setup, you make a character, then the intro cinematic tells you that you have inherited your grandpa's farm after he dies, and during that time it has fallen into a bit of a state. So you go to live in Stardew Valley and sort it out, which is all a game like this needs, a nice solid focal point for all the characters and side stories to bounce off. So I think it's safe to say that the farming aspect is Stardew's main focus. You can plant crops, raise animals, harvest materials off your farm like wood and stone to build new structures like chicken coops, and you can even have a bee farm for honey. I know it sounds strange because farming sounds mundane, doesn't it? Plant seeds, water them, wait for harvest time, but to me it's very addictive. Different crops have different mature times. For example, peppers mature in 4 days, melons in 12. Obviously the ones that take longer to grow yield a higher selling price, so if you play smart you can make sure you have crops to harvest every day to maximise your income. The game has a time limit for each day. You get up at 6 and have to be in bed by 2 in the morning. At the start of the game it feels like you have all the time in the world. Water your little patch of parsnips, then you'll think, well, what now? Then things start unlocking at a gradual pace, new buildings, events, crops and the like, and later in the game you'll be rushing all over the place, eventually getting together a strict schedule to get everything done. Combine the farming with the many other things you can do, such as mining, monster fights, fishing, a fishing game that isn't solid piss no less. Try and make friends with the townspeople, find minerals for the museum, try to rebuild the community centre. I could go on. You have a lot of content and none of it feels tacked on or shallow, so you never have to worry about having something to do. The game even has objectives for you to pursue which get you used to the mechanics of each activity with rewards for each one. Every NPC has their own personality and schedule, so the place actually feels lived in. Also, many of them are open to be pursued romantically, so you can get married and have a child. You can also be gay or lesbian as well. Now do you see why my 15 hours only feel like a small step? With the massive amount of content on offer for its price of £11, I can't recommend it enough at the moment. It's a nice, relaxing, deep game that you can take at your own pace. At least that's what it feels like at the moment. There could be strict objectives later on that result in failure, but it doesn't seem that way. This is what I love about PC gaming, and also massively ironic. The best experiences you can get, like this and supposedly Undertale, I'm playing that at the moment, you can run on a 90s microwave. Running the latest shallow, boring AAA game at 4K with hyper turbo nipple physics turned on will not suddenly make it good. But indies like this know that and craft a great game that the AAA industry would never even dream of making. This game is one of the top sellers on Steam at the time of speaking for a reason, so pick it up.